Hey there, Soulshines. It's Michelle here, and I'm inviting you to wake up in love. I'm a little frustrated because I just tried to go live, and I was so excited because some of my favorite people were on watching me, and I love it when they're live chatting with me. And everything just kind of went so frustrating, so very frustrating. I wanted to talk to you about the Bagua, which is a map from Feng Shui. I do my own personal one where I use my intuition to create it. And in the center, I have myself, my sense of being, who I am in the center, and then I have 8 areas on the outside. So mine's a little different than the Feng Shui one. If you were interested in that, let me know. I'll see if I can kind of explain it a little more in a future video. The thing about it that I wanted to share is that you take this map, which you have um, at the bottom, it's the door, and you lay it over your room wherever your door is. And you can use it in a couple of different ways. One, you can lay it over your room and you can be like, okay, so that money area is pretty disorganized. I need to clean it up to clean up the organize my money. That's one way to use it. The other is to say, oh wow, that area in my room is a mess. Let me put my map over it. Oh, that's that area? No wonder it's so crazy in my life. No wonder my relationships are the way that they are. That's the relationship area. And you can do that. You can use it over your whole house. If you put the front door and you put your map over your whole house, and you'd be like, okay, my bathroom is disorganized. My bathroom is a mess. What area of my life does my bathroom fall in? Oh, that's the area. Right now, for my personal one, it actually falls in the career and purpose. And that's the area that I feel this strong urge to clean up in. And it's also the area of my life that I'm feeling pretty scattered in. And so I can see how they correlate with each other. How I feel about my bathroom is how I feel about my career. And that's what I really want you guys to think about. If your house is disorganized, or if an area of your house is disorganized, and you put your maps over that, notice, do you feel that same disorganized feeling, that same kind of feeling about your life? So if I put it over and I feel like this just collects stuff, it just collects things that don't make me happy. It's just, I just shove it there. When I look at that part of my life, do I have things I just shove there and I just kind of like, just shove it, don't want to look at it? Usually that pattern overlaps. Um, my favorite story I've shared before is um, a money area in my home actually coincided with a room that had my son's stuff in. My son had gotten married and he still had stuff at our house. And I was like, here I am with his stuff in my space. And I realized that I have a lot of other people's beliefs in my money stories. And I thought that was an interesting correlation. I've had, as I cleaned up that, as I got rid of his stuff, I said, okay, take your stuff home. I gave him a deadline. You have this long to get your stuff out of here. Let his wife was aware of the deadline and everything, and so they were able to get their stuff out. And in doing so, I was actually able to clear up a lot of the beliefs there. However, even now, I look at it and I keep trying to keep other people's stuff out of my money section. But even now, in my bedroom, like I can see it right there, the my money area has other people's stuff in it. Still has other people's stuff in it. Holy cow. Why do I hold so tightly to other people's beliefs? So, and that's some interesting things that you can think about. When I think about the kitchen, I asked myself, what part of my home does my weight, like what part of my home represents my weight? And my kitchen came to mind. And I feel like I have so little control over what goes on in there, just as I feel like I have so little control over what's going on with my hormones. So I thought that correlation was quite interesting. Um, right now, I think I've mentioned this, my bathroom that is calling me to organize it and declutter it is in my purpose and calling area. And I've struggled with this because I feel like I never wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I feel like I'm being called to be an entrepreneur, but I really don't want to be. Like, I think it'd be really cool to grow my YouTube channel or both of my YouTube channels big enough to bring in some money, and I would love to publish my books and bring in money that way. Things that I don't have to take a lot of time away from my family and my personal care. But I don't know. I haven't quite figured that one out. Like, I put it out there in my mind, and then I still have this mess to clear up. So, I'm excited to be taking that time to focus on cleaning up that room, knowing that I'm going to clean up that part of my life. That as I create order there, it shifts my internal things as well. Yesterday, I talked about the yo-yo and the balance back and forth. This is the same thing that goes on. So many of us, we talk about mindset, what's going on the inside of our mind. And this is really important. It's super important that we get ourselves, that we keep our focus on where we want to go and stop looking in the past, which I get caught up in way too much. But we keep our focus on where we want to go, and we focus on our mindset, what's going on inside of us. Because our inside, our thoughts create our reality. At the same time, the things going on around us affect what's inside of us. This actually ties into a law that we will be talking about when I do another law video, and that is the law of vibration. If you've ever hit a tuning fork, if you're in a room full of people with tuning forks, and say everybody's got tuning forks from all 7 keys, or I guess technically there's 12 in our music. I think there may be different notes in somebody else's thing. I'm not sure, but we have 12 notes in our octaves. So if everybody had, so if there's enough so that multiple people had one of those 12 tuning forks, and you had one person at the front and she hits it and it's a C. All of the C's, however many they are in the room, only the C's will start ringing as well. And it's the law of vibration that when you hit a note, it starts to make other things join in with it. So this is where you become like the people you surround yourselves with comes into. So you have the people that you hang out with the most, they're vibrating somewhere. Wherever they're vibrating at, if they're really strong in that vibration and they're all like matching, especially if you're hanging out with 5 negative people, I promise you will be negative. If you were hanging out with a mixture of positive and negative, whichever one has the strongest, like the biggest sound going out, vibration going out, whenever one's stronger, that's the one that's going to win out. So we want to vibrate higher, so we surround ourselves with higher people. But the same thing happens with our house. We're surrounded by either order or disorder. And if we want to create a life of order, then we need to surround ourselves with order. So what's happening on the outside is affecting what's happening on the inside, just like that yesterday where we were pulling, and you need both to make the yo-yo work. You need that consistent inside and outside effort to make things work. So that's why I will often tell people to clean up their homes. Create order in your home if you want to create order in your life. You need to take care of your environment, and that includes who you're allowing to influence you, what kind of things you're watching on YouTube, what kind of things you're involved with on Facebook or other social medias, what kind of books you're reading, what kind of movies you're reading, what kind of music you're reading to. All this outside influence, it is affecting what's going on inside. At the same time, you need to take care of what's going on inside to create change in the outside. So you need both, and you need a balance of both. And so that's why I encourage you to take a look at what's going on in your home. Do you have disorder? And what can you do to create order? And then notice how it affects other parts of your life. Notice how creating order affects other parts of your life. I know that I could not stand to be in my room when it was terribly cluttered. Now I'm okay being in here. I have, it's not perfect. I definitely have some things that I need to take care of. Part of why I don't take care of them is because it means taking care of something in another room that is not in order. And it's really hard to go in there. It's so hard when you're trying so hard to be at a high vibration. When you walk into a room that's got a low vibration, it is so hard to be there. And so we need to surround ourselves like with really high vibrations, especially if we do have some people in our lives that are negative that maybe we aren't quite in a position to let them out of our lives. That means we need to up the positive vibrations everywhere else in our lives to just try to keep the positive at the higher so that we stay vibrating at a positive. Watch positive people on YouTube. Watch positive or listen to positive music. Watch positive movies. Read positive books. Um, keep going with those positive things in your life and create positive energy in your home. That's what I have to share with you today. I am so sad and so sorry that I didn't get to really do my line video today. I'm really bummed. I seriously really bummed. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to let your soul shine big, bright, light, and beautiful, and be the incredible you that you were designed to be. And I'll see you guys.